Do you remember
Deadliest Warrior?
Yeah, let those member berries wash right over you. For those of you who are unfortunate to be in your diapers during 2009, Deadliest Warriors was the ultimate boy fantasy. The show was simply trying to answer the age-old locker room question, who would win between X and Z? Now given 90% of the show was filler, and a lot of us just found the clips of the actual fight to watch online, but there were some of us, me and my friends included, who waited every goddamn week to get the boys together to get drunk and argue if a knight was gonna fuck up a pirate. If you are a longtime viewer of my channel, this is probably weird for you. Hey, it's Craig from the Pacific War channel, where I usually do, animated battle maps and cringe narration of some historical event related to the Pacific War. Well, it's hard to keep up with the demand, and quite frankly, I just want to have some fun now and then. So I thought to myself, why not do some react or rant videos to just say some stupid shit I'm interested in for once? Like all of you history geeks,
I'm a nerd. So am I!
I am a person who really likes really stupid shit. Like Godzilla. Anime. Honestly, I had a bit too much time on my hands to play a lot of Final Fantasy.
Cloud? Something wrong?
And of course, I am a gym rat. But if you will allow me this short privilege, let me take you as hostage to talk about
Deadliest Warrior.
Hey guys, this is Craig from the Pacific War channel. Please don't forget to check out my YouTube membership or my Patreon account over at www.patreon.com/thepacificwarchannel, where you can join the ranks and gain access to a hell of a lot of goodies. At the base minimum, you get access to the exclusive monthly podcast, early access to all of my content, voting rights for what subjects I will tackle next, and at higher tiers, I have much more goodies to come. So please click that link and check it out. Back in the Triassic period of 2009, Deadliest Warrior hit SpikeTV. Remember that station? Yes, when the boys could just be the boys. I remember hearing from one of my friends, "Dude, did you see this show where they pit a Viking against a samurai?" I said to him, "Such a thing cannot possibly exist. Good day to you, sir."
I will say good day to you, sir.
So, you know what? I ran home, I looked at my TV, and lo and behold, it was real. I immediately looked up the time it came on every week. Because, fellow kids, back in Grandpa's day, we have to watch things on the fixed schedule dictated to us by the TV gods. I saw Viking versus Samurai, which, might I add, was totally ripping off the Viking in that one.
Oh, come on!
But that's beside the point. And, I got hooked pretty quick, baby. I quickly watched Green Berets versus Spetsnaz. Fucking William Wallace versus Shaka Zulu. The show was lit as hell. I soon told all of my friends, and it quickly became a weekly thing. I think it was like Thursday nights or something, but the boys gathered around a few 2-4s, and we bet on who was gonna get dunked that week. When we heard David Wenham, that guy from 300 as we called him, begin the narration, we knew it was on. Now season 1, bangers. Pure bangers. Except for the Shaolin Monk versus the Maui Warrior episode. That one kind of sucked. It was like Mike Tyson fighting an infant.
Many Brazilians inside this crowd.
Which, stating now, is a bit weird since, the whole Jake Paul fight, but, I desist. You get the point. But who can forget the IRA versus Taliban episode? It was a chef's kiss in an emerging meme culture. Season 2, up the ante, baby. Alexander the Great versus Attila the Hun. Rajput versus Centurion. KGB versus CIA. Vlad the goddamn Impaler versus Sun Tzu.
Jesus Christ.
It was like The Empire Strikes Back. Season 2 did a lot better than Season 1, I'd say. My friends and I were pumped every goddamn week for this slog. And slog it was. Honestly, in retrospect, every episode was basically 3 guys talking out of their ass, fluffing the episodes while we all just wait in anticipation for the reenactment fight at the end. Though some episodes you get nice surprises, like that pure psychopath Navy SEAL guy going Super Saiyan on that goddamn dummy.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
There was also glorious shit talk between the so-called experts,
I just don't see this as being lethal. Well, it's a very sweet weapon if you're throwing against a naked savage, but against an armored, bronze-clad warrior, I still think you're in deep jeopardy. Good luck, laddie. You're gonna need it.
You know, I'm disappointed, but if a ninja saw a Spartan in real life, he would just run away. He'd come back and kill him in his sleep.
Who ranged from legit historians to martial artists and what I can only assume were some random dudes who like to play with swords they bought at medieval fairs in their backyard. And holy shit, Mike Baker.
Mike Baker.
From the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. He was the dude for the CIA versus KGB. Who knew? So who wants to place a bet this guy is part of some kind of weird psyop to get people to like the CIA?
Let's just say this. I'm not in the CIA.
Me neither.
I'm not in the NSA.
Me neither.
But they've been tracking me my whole life.
No worries, Mike Baker. I love you, and I love the episodes you're on. Now, by season 3, shit got really fucking silly. William the Conqueror versus Joan of Arc? Yeah, I'm not sure what they were thinking with that one. Not to mention, season 3 really went hard into the 5v5 format. So when they picked some notable figure, it was more or less, just going down to a group versus a group. Though the William the Conqueror versus Joan of the Arc episode did give us a meme-like moment me and my friends always used to bring up and laugh at.
An 84 versus William's 80.
Whoa. You serious?
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know, it was funny at the time. Saddam Hussein versus Pol Pot was absolutely batshit crazy and hilarious as a reenactment. Guy literally just CSGO hides in a corner. Who the hell came up with Teddy Roosevelt versus Lawrence of Arabia? Whoever did, great job. Love seeing Teddy manhandle someone. Ivan the Terrible versus Hernan Cortez in a battle of who's more of a psychopath? Pretty neat. But going through it, you could see season 3, they were kind of grasping at straws. And then there was the grand finale. Completely out of nowhere. Vampires versus fucking zombies. Here we get to see a really overly enthusiastic Max Brooks get butthurt. His zombies lose to Steve Niles' vampires, the guy who wrote 30 Days of Night. Sidestep here, 3 Days of Night is actually a low-key, really good vampire movie. It's worth a rewatch. I bet a lot of you, like me, dunked on it pretty hard when it came out, but it's growing on me. Now, about the host of the show, we got Jeff Desmoulins, who is this biomedical scientist who basically just rigs up sensors to dummies to show impact damage and such. More or less, his job was trying to legitimize the show, provide some real science and credibility, which is cute. I know. Then there's Armand Dorian, a medical consultant. He breaks down what's a minor injury, what's a serious injury, what's a fatal blow. Both of these guys really ground the show somewhat, so it can be a little bit more serious. And then there was Max Geiger, the computer guy. Oh look, a shitty Alienware laptop. I had one of those back in the day and it crapped out on me when I was playing League of Legends in a tournament. I guess this show was trying to be endorsed by Alienware or something? So yeah, Max made no real sense. Such an odd third wheel. He really didn't add much to the show, kept going on about this theoretical computer simulator that would play the battles 1,000 times to statistically show who would win. Bullshit. I guarantee they just made up the numbers. It was ridiculous. Come on guys, we all know what's going on here. Anyways, by season 3, Max is taken out for Richard Mac Macovitz, a former Navy SEAL, who looks into the history and strategy of the Warriors. With Mac, the trifecta really came together, and the show was, seeming to have firm legs. But alas, like all good things on TV back then, the show was cancelled. Stargate Universe, I will never forget what you did, Sci-Fi Channel.
There is no season 3, they canceled that show.
No, I'm gonna get the number of the Sci-Fi Channel and give them what for.
Unreal bullshit cancelling that for whatever garbage teen werewolf or vampire shit was going on back then. Now, a lot of you are going to be like, actually, that show was dumb and poorly made. And of course, it was. This was the age of SpikeTV, pretzels and beer TV. It was never meant to be art. It was just a bunch of boys hitting the dummies with the swords, come on. If you're one of those nerds who wanted it to be by the books, well, you hated the show. The show's methodology was a complete joke.
This program was developed by Slytherin Studios over in the UK, and it's taken them 5 years to build it.
Right.
They clearly rigged the tests. The portrayal of the Warriors was based more so on Hollywood stereotypes than reality. I mean, come on, look at the Spartan versus the Ninja. The experts were often just some dudes who like to play with swords and knives as a hobby, and they probably had zero input on the weapons the Warriors were even going to get. Hell, each warrior was literally just broken down to a list of 4 to 5 items going into a blind battle. So whoever got the slingshot, well, you're fucked. The show immediately ran into nationalism issues, and there was always those accusing it of being either pro-American or pro-Western or vice versa. I mean, look at the goddamn Spetsnaz versus Green Beret episode. That certainly opened up a can of worms. In the end, like all good things, Deadliest Warrior fell victim to declining ratings. The novelty simply wore off. People had seen enough. The show was finding it difficult to come up with more and more exciting scenarios. There was a mob of actually nerds poking fun at the show online. But that probably had zero effect on it, to be honest. Banter is good banter, as they say. Production costs ballooned up to what was decreasing returns, so it was a no-brainer. Thus, Deadliest Warrior fell into obscurity, except for those trash-tier games they began pumping out.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Yeah, we don't talk about those. So why am I talking about this show? I don't know. I felt like it. What do you think of Deadliest Warrior? Did you watch it in your youth? Or do you still ask these extremely important questions like, who would win between a Teutonic Knight and a Samurai? Let me know in the comments how you love the show and miss it, or if it was pure dog shit and you laughed about it. If you want to see more of these react-style videos, or me just ranting like a goddamn idiot, well, please leave it in the comments. Till next time, I'm Craig from the Pacific War, over and out.